Pleasant day to you and welcome to Top Stories on Ugama TV. First to bring you the headlines. On Nation's presidency lists 15 energy sector gains under Tinubu, critics questions impact on Nigerians. And in states, Mba Hills Asogwa landslide win says APC now dominant force in Enugu. And on the foreign scene, Trump predicts Starmer's exit as pressure mounts over UK leadership crisis. And on business, more filling stations slash petrol prices following Dangote refinery price cuts. And on sports, Tunisia becomes first African team eliminated as Japan cruised to 4-0 World Cup victory. Bringing you the news is Precious Chukwuka. Now the news in detail. The presidency has outlined 15 major achievements recorded in Nigeria's energy sector under President Bola Tinubu, saying reforms in the oil, gas and power industries have boosted government revenue, attracted investment and reduced dependence on imported fuel. According to the presidency, Federation revenue increased from 12 trillion naira to 21 trillion naira following the removal of fuel subsidy from other reforms. It also stated that petrol import costs dropped significantly as local refining capacity expanded, with domestic petrol production rising to about 48 million litres per day. The administration further said crude oil and condensate production climbed to 1.64 million barrels per day, while natural gas output increased to 7.63 billion standard cubic feet per day. Nigeria has also secured about $10 billion in energy investments with an additional $50 billion worth of projects in the pipeline. In the power sector, the government said electricity subsidy costs have been reduced by over 1 trillion naira, while metering rates have improved to 57%. However, critics argue that despite the imported gains, many Nigerians continue to face rising fuel and electricity costs, high inflation, economic hardship and insecurity. They insist that the success of government reform should be measured by improvements in citizens' living conditions, rather than economic statistics alone. Away from that story, Enugu State Governor Peter Ndubisimba has congratulated APC candidate Chief Ikeji Asogwa on his victory in the Enugu North Senatorial District by-election, describing the result as a clear affirmation of the party's growing dominance in the state. INEC declared Asogwa winner of the poll after he secured 162,360 votes, defeating PDP candidate Nestor Ezeme, who polled 9,299 votes. The by-election was conducted to fill the vacant senatorial seat following the death of Senator Okeza in November 2025. Reacting to the outcome, Governor Mba described the victory as a statement win and a vote of confidence in both Asogwa and the APC. He said the results show that the people of Enugu North are choosing quality representation and demonstrated strong support for the ruling party. The governor also described Asogwa as a people's champion, expressing confidence that his presence in the Senate will strengthen cooperation between the state and federal government and attract more democratic dividends to the districts. And on the foreign scene, US President Donald Trump has predicted that British Prime Minister Keir Starmer will resign, accusing him of failing on immigration and energy policies. Trump made this remark on his Truth Social platform as Starmer faces growing pressure within the Labour Party following Andy Broham's decisive by-election victory in northwestern England. Although Downing Street insists Starmer has no plans to step down and remain committed to leading the government, reports suggest the Prime Minister is reflecting on his political future amid mounting calls from party members and ministers to make way for new leadership. Speculation has intensified after Burnham's strong electoral performance, with some Labour lawmakers reportedly urging Starmer to announce a timetable for his departure. However, Business Secretary Peter Kell said there is no confirmation that Starmer plans to resign, stressing that the Prime Minister remains focused on his duties. Sources say Starmer spent the weekend discussing his future with family and close allies, while reports indicate he could make a decision on whether to stay and fight for his position or step aside in the coming days. Let's go on a short break. When we return, we bring you business and sports. Stay with us. Welcome back. In case you're just joining us, you're listening to Top Stories on Ugama TV. Now to the rest of the news. On business, several filling stations across Nigeria has reduced their petrol pump prices 5 days after Dangote Refinery lowered its ex-depot price for the product. A market survey on Sunday showed that Etana, Nipco, AA Rano and Ran Oil filling stations have adjusted their pump prices to between 1,280 naira and 1,300 naira per litre in Abuja and surrounding areas, down from 1,340 naira per litre. The reduction represents a decrease of between 35 naira and 55 naira per litre for consumers. However, retail outlets operated by the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited are yet to adjust their prices and continue to sell petrol at 1,335 naira per litre. Earlier, Dangote Refinery backed MRS filling station reduced their pump price by 76 naira per litre, bringing the cost down to 1,241 naira per litre. The latest price cut followed Dangote Refinery's decision to lower its Grand 3 price of petrol to 1,175 naira per litre, a move influenced by the recent decline in global crude oil prices. As of Sunday, crude oil prices were trading at about $76 per barrel for West Texas Intermediate and $80 per barrel for Brent crudes. Meanwhile, concerns remain in the global oil market after Iran reportedly shut the Strait of Hormuz again, despite reports of a peace agreement blockade with US President Donald Trump, triggering a slight increase in oil prices. And in the world of sports, Tunisia have become the first African nations to be eliminated from the 2026 FIFA World Cup after suffering a crushing 4-0 defeat to Japan in their second F match. The Carthage Eagle, who lost 5-1 to Sweden in their opening games and subsequently replaced head coach Sabri Lumochi with Hervé Renard, were hoping to revive their campaign but were outclassed by the dominant Japanese side. Japan took the lead just 4 minutes into the historic encounter, which marks the 1000th match in FIFA World Cup Finals history. Daichi Kamada opened the scoring before Ayase Ueda doubled the advantage in the 31st minute to give the Samurai Blue a comfortable 2-0 lead at halftime. Tunisia struggled to respond after the break and Japan capitalized on the spaces left behind as Junior Ito added a third goal in the 69th minute. Ueda then completed his brace 7 minutes from time to seal an emphatic 4-0 victory. The result leaves Tunisia without a point from 2 matches and mathematically out of contention for a place in the round of 32. Their final group game against the Netherlands will now be played only for pride. Elsewhere, Cape Verde boosted their hopes of reaching the knockout stage after holding Uruguay to a 2-2 draw. The Blue Sharks, who opened their campaigns with a goalless draw against European champion Spain, remained firmly in the race of qualification with 2 impressive results against strong opposition. We now bring you the highlights of the story on the bulletin so far. On Nations, we brought to you that presidency lists 15 energy sector gains under Tinubu, critics questions impact on Nigerians. And on states, we brought to you that Mbahil's Asogwa landslide win says APC now dominant force in Enugu. And on the foreign scene, Trump predicts Starmer's exit as pressure mounts over UK leadership crisis. And on business, more filling stations slash petrol prices following Dangote Refinery cut price. On sports, Tunisia becomes first African team eliminated as Japan cruised to 4-0 World Cup victory. That's all on the news this hour. For more updates and breaking news, don't forget to follow us on our socials: Facebook at Ugama TV, Instagram at Ugama TV1, on X at Ugama TV, YouTube at Ugama TV. Also visit our website at www.ugamatv.com. I am Precious Chukowa. Many thanks for watching. Bye for now.
When you think of online TV and radio, broadcasting, media consultancy, event coverage, event management and planning, there's no better name than Ugama TV. But that's not all. We're also into photo studio and coverage, equipment rental, news blogging, fashion and pageantry, We are at number 5/21 Chime Avenue, beside Open Sheraton Restaurant, New Haven, Enugu. Follow us on our social media handles: Facebook at Ogama TV, Instagram at Ogama TV1, Twitter at Ogama TV, website www.ogamatv.com. You can also send us email at ogamatv@gmail.com. Ogama TV, your one-stop media solution.